Slovakia will support sending a very strong signal of unity today regarding Ukraine. I think this unity is something that President Putin has grossly underestimated. Ukraine needs our support in all areas, humanitarian assistance. Slovakia is establishing a humanitarian hub in the east of the country through which other countries will be able to deliver humanitarian assistance to our Ukrainian neighbor. But we need to support Ukraine militarily. Slovakia will continue doing so. And last but not least, I think this is the moment where we need to support the Ukrainians' European ambitions. I want to be clear on that, and I expect the European Commission to expedite the process of preparing AVI, or opinion on its application that Ukraine has submitted for its EU membership. It cannot be a bureaucratic process at this moment. Ukraine is at war. They're defending their territory, but they're fighting for us, and therefore we have to respond accordingly to a very clear ambition and aspiration of Ukrainian citizens regarding European Union. So we need an expedited process of this. Two, I think it is important that Council express its support for Moldova. We are going to meet our colleague from Chisinau. Definitely Moldova is severely hit, as other countries are, with the wave of refugees, but per capita, I think it's the highest level of refugees that have entered Ukraine, Moldova from Ukraine. They need our support. And last but not least, I hope throughout the day we will find a compromise on the strategic compass. I think we expected when we started the work on it, on strategic compass a year ago, that it will be different circumstances under which it will be adopted, but this is the moment to overcome, let's say, differences, and I hope at the end of the day, at a common session of defense and foreign ministers, we'll be able to find a good compromise so that we know how to deal with the situation as we are finding ourselves right now with the war in Ukraine. Thank you.
This week that sees President Biden here in Brussels, do you think you'll be able to get more sanctions, tougher sanctions? Do you think they could be extended to the energy sector?
I think it is politically on the table, no doubt about that, because whether we like it or not, but through adopting or through receiving energy from Russia, we continue to fund or provide funds to Russia. This must be stopped. I'm speaking on behalf of Slovakia. This is very difficult because in a situation where you depend almost 100% when it comes to oil on deliveries from Russia, 85% on gas, we need a bit more time for that. But politically, I think this is the step that must remain on the table, and I expect a open discussion about that when President Biden comes.
And sir, on the sanctions, however, on Friday we saw that Russia is still able to service its debt. It was able to do it in New York, like nothing was happening. It paid in dollars. Of course, every day you're buying also not necessarily your country, but the European Union, their energy exports. Would you say at this point there's many loopholes in your sanctions package? You promised the mother of all sanctions, but they still pay.
Well, I think we've addressed already those loopholes in the fourth package. I think. That I cannot comment on that, but if this is the case, then we have to have a discussion about that because the loopholes had to be closed, no doubt about that.
So that's clear for you?
That's clear for me. Of course, we need to close those loopholes. Thank you very much.
There have been some discussions about an international tribunal, not the International Criminal Court, but a Nuremberg-type tribunal. Is that a serious... I mean, lots of former statesmen are saying it's the right idea. Is it a serious idea, and is your country open to it?
Well, we are open to discuss that, but what I would like to advocate that we have a common discussion about it amongst us foreign ministers, and not that we are basically witness with somebody coming up with the idea outside of the negotiating room, and then we have to see what can be achieved. But I'm absolutely ready to discuss that. Thank you very much.